Hi guys, it's Amy, Gables Stitcher, here with another stitching update video. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2020, and I wanted to pop on while I had a few minutes to be able to share with you what I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I have been working on a couple of secret stitches, and they are finished and FFO'd, and they are going to be going out to their recipients today and tomorrow. So I had a small window where they're finished and I can show them before they're mailed out. So that's what I wanted to do. It is, like I said, it's Thursday, but I will not publish this video until either Friday or Saturday because I need to make sure that these gifts get to their destination. So, it's been about 2 weeks since I filmed, and I have 2 finishes, 2 FFOs. So let's get to it. The first one that I finished and FFO'd is the Rebecca Nurse House from the Primitive Hare. I started this on January 13th of this year. Julie, Kansas City Girl, and a Colorado World and I are doing new Halloween starts on the 13th of every month. We have hashtagged it and called it Stitch Halloween 1313, the numerals for 13. And we would love for you to join us or follow that hashtag to see what we are working on. But join in. If you have a Halloween start, you want to start on the 13th, go right ahead. We would love to have you join us. I started that one, like I said, January 13th of this year, and I finished it yesterday, February 19th of 2020. So pretty quick stitch. I FFO'd it this morning. So let's see if I can get this in without too much light reflection. There we go. This is the Rebecca Nurse House by the Primitive Hare. I stitched this on 40 count vintage country mocha. 40 count is just country mocha by Zweigart with the called for DMC flosses. See right there. On 40 count, it fits perfectly into a 5x7 frame. And if you stitch it on 28 count or 14 count, it will fit in an 8x10 frame. So this is a piece that is very conducive to self-framing. And it's also stitched with DMC, so very accessible. I loved this project. It was a really enjoyable stitch. The only part that wore me a little bit was that snow, because that is a lot of white stitches. So I think that this has more snow than the actual Rebecca Nurse House has this winter, because there was not a lot of snow in New England this winter. So there it is. Love how it came out. I will be giving that to my friend tomorrow. My friend that I made this for is in a Revolutionary War reenactment group, and their home base is the Rebecca Nurse House. So they do some reenactments there. They do living history things there. So I know that she will really appreciate this piece. And I do want to stitch this for myself at some point in the future. I'll probably not stitch it immediately because I did just finish it, but I would like to stitch it for myself. That was finish an FFO number 1 of this video. My second finish an FFO is also from the Primitive Hare. It is Sister Stitcher. This is a free chart from the Primitive Hare. You can find it on her blog. I will try to link it below if I remember. I stitched this on a 28 count Irish linen that I coffee and tea dyed myself. And I did not stitch it with the called for threads. At least I don't think I did. I think I just picked out colors that looked good on the linen. This is for a birthday gift for Julie, Kansas City girl, Colorado world. Her birthday was in January. That's pretty much how I roll. I have a really hard time with deadlines. So, it's late, very late. So, but it did get done. So, I changed the hair color to match us. That's me. That's Julie. And I put her favorite color, DMC, on the spools. So on 28 count, this fits nicely in a 5x7 frame. So bring it up close so you can see. And that was a fun stitch as well. So I hope she likes it, and I hope she doesn't see the video before she opens it. I'm going to warn her not to watch the video until she gets a package from me. So 2 finishes and 2 FFOs. I'm on a roll this year. So those were finishes 4 and 5. And I have one finish was a page finish on a full coverage piece. The rest of them have been finished and FFO'd. So very unlike me, but I am really liking this trend. So I hope it continues. Those 2 pieces were my main focus the past couple of weeks. I worked on 2 other things briefly, and I will show them. I worked on, this is the iStitch Burgundy Band Sampler. So this is a 27-week stitch along. It is done on linen banding. I believe it's going to be 90 centimeters long when finished. And I have it almost all cut up. There was a piece on Friday that was released that I did not stitch yet. And there will be a new piece tomorrow. So I'll probably catch up this weekend. So I think since you've last seen it, I've stitched this alphabet block. Really, really enjoying this 28 count banding. Done 1/1, and I think I'm using 615 or 616 for the color. Let's see, in here. Just DMC 815. DMC 815. That's not really true. Well, you can see it on here. It's showing up in here pretty true. It's like a nice burgundy color. I'm really enjoying that. And I can see myself doing more of those stitch alongs in the future. The only other whip was a new start. As I had said with the Rebecca Nurse House, that Julie and I are doing new Halloween starts on the 13th of every month. So Stitch Halloween 13 hashtag. My start is really small because I started and then it went back to Rebecca Nurse. So, whoop. So let's try this again. Here we go. This is how it's going. So I'm going to start at the top left. Huge start. So what I started is one of the little Prairie Schooler Halloween cardboards. Cardstock. These are still in print. I actually just got these. This one's called Knock Knock. So there are 5 of these, I believe. And my thought, I started this on 40 count flax, just using the called for DMC. Which is 3371 and 921. And my thought is I am actually going to make a little collage with them. I'm going to do a quartet. So this is Knock Knock. This is going to go in the top corner. I forget which order I'm putting them in. So these are the 4 that I'm going to do. Night Flight. Who's There? And Misfortune. So they're going to make a grid. The 5th one is Double Double. I love all of them. I wish there was a 6th one, because if there was a 6th one, I would do them, you know, in a row, 2, 2, 2. So, but there's 4. So I'll do 4 and then I'll do the 5th one separately. I am unsure if I am going to count this as 1 start or 4 starts. Because I really, right now, as of today, or as of this week, really want to get my whip count down again. Just really feeling that urge to finish things. It felt really good the last couple of weeks, just picking up a project and working on it until I was done. So I think what I really want to do the next couple of months is work on things till they're done. That could change tomorrow, but for right now I want to work on things. So this could very easily be 4 starts because they're 4 different pieces. We'll see. We'll find out. As we know, I have a bucket of Halloween things I want to start, but I do want to finish things too. So I plan on working on this more this month. Knock Knock. I love those. So 1, 2, 3, and I think I got those from Cobweb Corner. They're still readily available, and they're not pricey at all. Something else. So now let's talk about plans. Let's segue over. I'm going to work on that. No other whips. Those are all my whips. Work on that. Get caught up in my band sampler. I also will be working on the R&R Friendship Sampler. I try to work on this the 29th and 30th of every month. I am having a very difficult time seeing the fabric. It's 40 count. I stitch on 40 count all the time, but it's an even weave and I cannot see the threads. So I'm going to pull out my magnifiers and see if I can see it with the magnifiers. If I can't, I'm going to restart it because I cannot see it on this fabric that I'm using. I didn't even pull it out because you've seen it and I haven't worked on it since. It's a 40 count Vertil. I can't see the holes. And then the other 2 projects, I was looking through my whips. One thing I did at the end of last year, which I have found very handy, and if you are like me and have a bunch of whips, I have 30 right now, I find it very handy to make an album on my phone of my whips, and the last time I work on them, I take a picture of them next to the pattern and I pop it in that album. So when I'm thinking about what I want to work on, I can just look through my whip album and pull it from there, see where it is, and then pull it from my whip basket rather than going through and pulling out all the projects to look at it. I mean, you can do that too. If it works for you, go with it. I have found it very helpful to be able to look and say, this doesn't need that much work. I think I can finish it. Or I had more done in this than I thought. I had less done in this than I thought. I can look at it and make a good judgment that way. I pulled this out the last 2 videos because I've been wanting to work on it. This was my goal for February. It's February 20th. I have not worked on it all month. It is just Nan. It is called Seeds of Friendship. This is getting pulled out now. It's on the Q-snap. I'm on band, I think 6. I figured out last time. I'm in band 7. There's 12 bands. So I am a little bit past halfway. So this is going to become my kitchen table project. So at the end of the kitchen table, I often will sit there when I'm helping the kids with homework, my younger kids, or kind of supervising everybody in the morning, telling them what they need to do to get ready for school. I like to keep a project there. Something that I can put a few stitches in here or there. And that project oftentimes is one I don't want to work on, but I want to see progress done. And this is going to be that project. If I keep it out, I'll work on it. If I don't, I won't. And I really would like to have this project done by the end of March. Before I go to the Frugal Yankee retreat at the end of March, I would like that done. So I even have an idea for framing it, because I'm on this framing, FFOing, finishing kick. So while I have that feeling, I want to finish it. So that is going to be my kitchen project. Much to the chagrin of my husband. Like, he hates when I have like cross stitch laid out and just like not finished, just like, you know, go over and work on it a little bit, not away. But I can't be the only one who does that. There has to be other people. It's one of the quirks that he has to deal with living with me. All right, the other project I am going to work on, I haven't decided. I might wait until I'm done with Just Nan, or I might not. I had said on my year-end video, on my planning video, that this project, this is Join Your Hands by Lila's Studio, this was something I wanted to finish this year, definitely. It's a wedding sampler. It's about 10 years I've been working on this. And my husband and I have been married for 20 years this year. It's time. It's time to finish it. So what has kept me from working on this is I have a lot of charting to do. There's a lot of over one stitching on it. I need to chart out our names and all the information. So let me show you where I am. I'm pretty sure it's 36 count fabric too. There's a lot of over one. So that's why this has been held up. So hold up. So here's where I am. It is so pretty, guys. It's really, really pretty. And I really think I can finish this probably. I don't want to say by the end of March, but I think I could finish it by the end of March. So, hold up again. I mean, there is a decent amount of stitching left, but this does go pretty quickly. I just need to really sit down and chart out what I need to work on. This is 2 different colors of, it's a Gentle Arts and a Weeks. And if I had to do it again, I just would have picked one over dyed, because I can't, even working on it, I can't see the difference in the colors of floss. They're so close. I usually pull this out in November of every year. And then I realize there's no way I'm going to finish it in time for our anniversary, which is in December, and then it gets put away. And it doesn't get worked on. So, I'd like to work on that. And I actually think, so if I do all the words, which are over one, I bet I can finish this bottom part and these angels. I might even be able to do those at Frugal Yankee. Maybe. So that's, and I have no idea what size this is going to be when finished. If I'm going to be able to find a frame, or if it's going to have to be I'll have to order a custom frame. I'm not sure, but those are the plans for the next few weeks. And I really, really want to get those two things finished by the end of March. We'll see. I'm really focused on getting out my pre-2010 whips this year. And so far one is done. And I think I have 8 more left. So I think I could do it, or at least most of them. All right, that is it for stitching. I have a little stitchy kindness, and then I think that's it. So I am in a Facebook group run by Melanie Watkins called What Whip, and she is great. And she this is a closed group, unfortunately, and it is about how to the group is focused on finishing up your whips, which is perfect for me this year, right? So you placed in groups of small groups of 4 to kind of get to know other stitchers, and I have a great group. So love the ladies in my group. And everybody in the group has sent out something to everybody except for me. And I have an idea now, so I'm going to send out something hopefully this month. But I got something from Dina. So Dina sent this lovely postcard. Dina is from Canada. This lovely chart. So cute. Nice little small. And then she also sent some gorgeous chenille trim that she hand dyed. She sent it for Valentine's Day. There's a nice pinky hue to it. Love it. Thank you so much, Dina. That was really super nice of you. I really appreciate it. And I really have a great group. Just everybody in the group is so nice. And we really enjoy our conversation. It's really good. So I have I've been really good. I'm not calculating my stitch from stash at this point because I know I'm way over. But I've been really good. I only have one thing to show you. So this is a really old Cricut collection, number 33. And got it on an unload. And I got it for one reason, the sheep tree. How cute. So we know I have a thing for sheep. I love sheep. So I picked this up. I actually like it in the pillow form here. I don't know if I'd make a pillow, but I really want to stitch the Christmas tree of sheep. So I had to get it. I thought it was adorable. And one last thing. I had bought this a little while ago. I didn't show it. And I have a plie. This is a stitchy plie. So I saw this chart is one of those charts that I regretted not buying back in the day. It's an old one. It's Good Housewife. Has not been reprinted. June Morning. It's very unusual for Good Housewife. It's on black fabric. I bought it from a reseller. This pattern is kind of hard to find. And when I've seen it, the price has been really much more than I was willing to spend. It's really high. But I saw it a couple of months ago. It was probably in December. And it was at a really good price. And I said, you know what, I'm going to buy it because I've not seen it at a price this good. And I bought it and I got the chart. I was so excited. Looked through it to figure out, you know, what I needed to start it. And the chart isn't complete. I am missing one page of the chart. So I have, the chart's 2 pages. I have what my hand is covering, and I'm missing the second page of the chart. I contacted the seller, and the seller was great. Seller, very apologetic, had no idea. She said she didn't even check before she put it up, and she refunded my money immediately, which was great. I will definitely buy from her again because, like I said, she refunded my money immediately. But I really want to stitch this chart, and I have it in my hand. I only have half of it. So this is my plea to the Flosstube community. And I might put up an Instagram post too. If you have this chart and would be willing to let me borrow it, or borrow just 1 page of it, I would greatly appreciate it. So like I said, I know it's an old chart, 2002, and it has not been reprinted. But this is In Search Of. I'm so close yet so far away. So that's my plea. So thank you. Once again, it's called June Morning by The Good Housewife. So that's it for today. I hope that you have a wonderful stitchy day, a wonderful stitchy weekend. Thank you everybody for coming to visit with me time and time again. I have been really bad at answering comments recently. I need to go back and try to catch up. I have read every single comment. I try to heart every single comment. I like to try to respond to every comment, and I have not, but I have read all the comments. And I thank you so much for continuing to watch, subscribe, and support me. And thank you so much for everything that you do too. Thank you for all the comments, and thanks for whenever people follow me on Instagram, I follow them back, and I love to see everybody else's stitching too. So thank you so much for letting me see your stitching and being part of your stitchy lives. Have a great day, guys. Bye.